Hello, everybody. As you can see, it's just me, Mr. JT. Messed up that really crazy busy schedule of his and didn't realize he double booked for tonight. He is actually at a concert with Jamie, and you've got me. So, hello, everybody. It is great to see you. Everybody be kind because I'm working the controls on the back end. So that might be a little crazy. I do have a special guest, like we mentioned. We have HH joining us tonight. I will bring him here in just a minute. He hates being on camera, but he has agreed to take a couple of questions if you have any. If not, he'll sit here and look pretty. And I will try not to embarrass him too much. So let's go. Hello, handsome hubby.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing just fine.
Uh-oh, he's going to reach out. Do not murder me on camera.
Yeah.
So, well, you were supposed to be here so you could hang out with JT and I, but since JT had issues, you get just me. Right?
Yep.
So, do you want to... Ooh, bad echo. Uh-oh, we will have to work on that. Okay.
Who's that? You or me?
It looks like it is me.
Okay, I'll talk. Hello, everyone. I'm Handsome Hubby, aka Phil. Next to my beautiful wife, Terry. We've been together 21 years. Just had our 19th wedding anniversary, right? Yeah. And yeah, first time on camera. I do all the behind the scenes editing and production for the audio side, the True Crime and Wine Time piece only. All the video stuff's done by JT and you guys, right? So that's what I know. I'm sticking to it. Unplug and replug.
So we are having a little bit of technical issues. Maybe that helped. Is that a little bit better, guys? So hopefully, my apologies. This is why we need JT. He is the one who controls all of this. So, and also if I'm going to have a guest and we're in the same room, looks like we need to have a separate mic. That may be our problem, HH. They're hearing me through both of us. So that's okay. Yeah, still echoey. I don't know why. Let me see if I can figure that out real quick.
I'm muted. Pink hand waving. Hi, Jen.
That is not our Jen. That's a different Jen. Oh, so first question, Phil.
Okay.
Do you look into any crimes that I do?
I do not. I'm busy enough with my own hobbies and building and giving this woman her pool and backyard that she's been wanting forever, and my work and stuff takes me away from her crime stuff. But I support her all the way, and just give her good advice not to get murdered if she's delving too deep into things. So yeah.
Well, and I am going to ask you all. I have this bell that says ring for champagne. I need all of you to flood the comments and tell HH when I do this, he should bring me wine or champagne. All the time, no matter when it is. I try it and it doesn't work. So now my dogs are barking because they heard that. So I don't know if you just heard Miss Josie. Shireen, you're right. I am glad I have HH. If I didn't have HH, I would not even be able to figure out how to get the microphone plugged in and how to do all of this. So I am very fortunate that I have him. And he supports me in everything that I do. He is an audiovisual design engineer, so that is really good for me. Ooh, I like this. You have to. It's the law. It's the law. You have to bring me wine or champagne when you hear that.
There you go.
Look at that. Oh, and tonight I am doing something a little different. I'm on a watermelon kick. I'm having a watermelon martini, and I even have Sour Patch watermelon candies in it because I don't know. I'm just doing that right now. What are you drinking?
Sorry. How about now? I'm having a Cayman Jack margarita. It's light, bubbly. It's okay.
And I will show y'all that because
Apparently they don't sell it everywhere. It's in South Central Texas, but I don't think they even sell it up north. I don't know. It's good.
so press mute. I'm trying to keep the echo down for us. So, just so y'all know, HH is going to write in a crime plan and send it in. Hopefully, he'll tell me it's from him, but we keep talking about it, and he's like, "Ooh, I have this," and he has a pretty darn good one. So, I love it. It's going to be fun. Any other questions for HH before I let him go back to hanging out and us getting started? Now, I also want to tell you guys, you all need to make sure that you all need to give JT a really rough time for ditching me last minute. Couple of hours ago, he's like, "Oh, crap, I've screwed up." So, yes, Shireen, you can interrogate him. Go right ahead. Y'all put some questions in. And he said there is no subject off limits. Well, he didn't say that. I did. So he's going to have to go with it since he's on camera. And he's looking at me like, "Yeah, what are you doing to me?"
Okay.
So maybe that means I can ask a question. So, what made you fall hopelessly in love with somebody as crazy as me?
She wasn't this crazy 21 years ago. You might want to mute. Yeah, she wasn't that as crazy, but you know, crazy grows as love does. So I put up with her. Somebody's got to keep her in check.
So when you say I'm not as crazy as I was I more high maintenance then?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, very high maintenance. She was the fifth. What's your show? New York.
Of Sex in the City?
Yeah, she'd be the fifth character if she could.
So
So
which character am I more like from Sex in the City? Come on.
You're a little bit of all of them. Just hopefully not like the new and just like that character's God. Anyway, are you a Texan? Yes, I'm native Texan. I was born and raised in North Texas, up by Lake Texoma, Sherman Denison, Oklahoma border up there. Pretty much lived here my whole life, other than when we moved out west for 8 years. But yeah, um, proud to be a Texan most days. Other days it's kind of hard to with things going on around here, but otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, we try really hard not to talk politics, but I will tell you, our governor is a freaking shit show, as we all know, but that is what it is. So, any other questions before I'm nice and let you get back to it? Because, guys, I have to tell you, we have one of our longest perfect crime plans. It's a doozy. So we're only going to be able to get a couple in because it is a long one. Oh, we have another question. Why don't you go ahead?
All right, is this thing on?
It is.
Did you and Terry meet? Oh, interesting story. Back in my player days, before I met Terry, went out one night with some friends. She went out one night with her girlfriend. We met at a bar, restaurant, pool hall, upscale, not a dive or anything. But you tell the story better than I do. But She saw me, and that was his history. How could she not want to marry me after that? So
Okay.
that's that.
So I will tell you all the real story. Yes, we met at an upscale place in Dallas, but my girlfriend is 6'1", and then she wears 4-inch heels. So let's just say farmer's really tall, very well endowed up top. This little bitty 4'10" guy walks over and is hitting on her, and he was kind of being annoying. And he goes, "Why are y'all leaving?" And I'm like, "Because the only cute guy in this place is the guy over at the pool table," which happened to be HH. So he goes, "Oh, don't worry about him. He's gay." So we sit there talking for a few minutes. Then HH walked up and I said, "Hi, I'm Terry, and your friend told me you're gay. That's great." And then, of course, he was very upset with his friend because he was not gay, obviously. And here we are 21 years later.
But I can be
And
gay when I need to be. So
okay, now he sounds like JT guy.
yeah.
So I have another question. What and how do you control me from bringing home all of the animals I've brought home over the years?
Oh, haven't. She's brought home over a dozen animals, strays, adoptive, whatever. I've not brought home a single pet from outside the confines of our homes, other than the ones born unto us. But it's all her. It's all her. But we love them. They're our kids. Yeah.
Anything else you want to share?
Nope.
So, Anthony, as soon as we finish our perfect crime, probably about an hour, maybe 45 minutes, I would check in because we will do our perfect crime first. The co host, JT, is not here, so I am running the show. But I would say probably about 45 minutes to an hour. So, hope that answered your question. Gail, exactly. That is a rookie, only 12. Now, I've probably tried to bring home 20 or 30, right? What'd you say?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And no, we did not get the new dog. We did come up with a name for her, but we decided that we took in my mother-in-law's basset hound because my mother-in-law's getting up there in age and had broken her hip. We decided it wasn't the best time to bring Mia into the family, but we have a name for when we do get one. Now, HH, is there anything, an embarrassing story or anything, carte blanche, you get to tell everybody before you log off?
I'm going to go easy on you tonight. So no, I'm going to. You get it. You get to see the true Terry right here, right now. So have fun with that. I have to sleep with her every night. You know.
Hey, I'm not that bad just because now, guys, y'all know how great he is. I like it really cold. And I wanted to air condition the entire house to 62 degrees. Instead of doing that, he put in a split unit for us. And now every night it is 62 degrees in our bedroom. HH is buried under covers, and I'm sitting there going, I'm hot, I'm hot. And I'm still begging for it to be colder. So you are great. I appreciate you dropping in. You will have to come back when JT's here because JT has a whole lot of questions for you. So I appreciate. I will let you say bye, and then we will get started with our perfect crime.
Goodbye, everyone. Great to meet you. Good luck with everything, and enjoy.
Alrighty, guys, let's get started. Alrighty, now I'm going to just have to say, I don't know what it is about the listeners watchers, viewers, whatever you want to call them, why do we keep killing innocent random people? I don't know. But here we go again, random murder. I enter the bar seeking my victim. As I sit down and order myself a drink, I scan the crowd and look for the perfect person, the person that is alone and looks sad. I go over and offer to buy them a drink, get to know them while continuing to buy them drinks. In other words, they're trying to get them intoxicated, I'm guessing. I flatter them, make them feel special, and do everything to get them to trust me. Once they trust me and they are drunk, I offer to get them an Uber so that they do not have to drive drunk. Little do they know, the Uber driver is actually my girlfriend. Once my victim gets into the car, my girlfriend will drive my drunk friend towards their house, all the while I am following them. My girlfriend will offer my drunk friend some water that has a roofie in it. My girlfriend will then fake car trouble and pull over to the side of the road. Once they are pulled over, my girlfriend will unlock the doors, pretending to get out and look to see what the problem is. However, I will open the door and get in. Once in the car, I will strangle the victim, and then I will get out, follow my girlfriend to a predetermined place where we will bury the body in a hole that is ready. Then I follow my girlfriend home, and we have a great night of passionate sex. Okay. I got a whole lot of thoughts on that. I don't know what y'all's thoughts are, but this is a killing couple. So it's kind of a brilliant plan if you say, hey, let me get you an Uber. Let me do it on my phone. I'll pay for it. They don't know who the person is or anything. And then you can do this. I mean, it's kind of scary. I will say, I'm not sure I like the idea of the roofie in the water, or if they should have done the roofie at the bar, because I don't know how fast they take effect. And Jade Wonder, that was my next thing. The only way to truly get away with murder is to not tell anyone. Because once you tell someone, they get mad at you. I mean, there's times he's been pretty mad at me. I bet he would tell on me. Or if you get divorced, or one of my ex-husbands, because I got 2 of them. But I have to say, it was a brilliant plan, but I still think you shouldn't tell anyone. The other thing that I really don't understand, why do you just want to strangle somebody? If you're not going to do anything, but just strangle them and then go bury them. And then go home and have sex with your girlfriend. Couldn't you just maybe role play and ask a third party, hey, can you pretend to let me pick you up? Pretend to let me drug you and bury you so I can go home and have sex with my girlfriend? I am guessing, Patches, exactly. I am thinking it must be a kink thing. They want it to get excited? I'm not sure. Just going to tell you, I don't know about that. Oh, so right there, if it takes 30 minutes for the drug to take effect, I don't know a lot of Uber drives that are going to take that long. Now, I'm trying to think if I've ever been in an Uber for 30 minutes. I think in Chicago one time. But other than that, and you're not going to get away with it because you tell somebody, and your girlfriend, the worst person, is a scorned woman. So that's just my 2 cents. I'm going to give it maybe a 3. I don't know. I'm going to give it a 3. Now, guys, I'm going to just let you know this next one is a little triggering. So I'm going to throw up that little banner for us and let's go. Okay, guys, this one is a doozy and it's a long one, so I may have to take some pauses because this crime takes a while. So, perfect stalking. You must be consistent to be effective. This plan will take time and dedication, but worth it in the end because you are never discovered. Well, Ryder, we'll see about that because I am sure we're going to find some holes in it. First, you need to find 5 people that you want to follow. Try to get 5 people who do not know each other. Over several months, you need to follow the 5 people, take note of their activities, and what are their habits, their favorite coffee shop, their gym, where they work, their partner's home, where they live, and so on. Then you need to take the information and build a calendar plan because consistency is key. Shireen, I'm with you. 5 just sounds like a whole lot of work, and I'm going to just say this person must not have a job to do this, but who am I to say? But so then they tell us their purchases: generic note cards, generic greeting cards, fake dead rat, fake dead snake, betta fish, multiple small gifts. Try to make all 5 gifts unique based on their likes and dislikes. See, it also sounds like this is going to be expensive. Maybe this person just has a lot of money and a lot of free time and they're bored. Who knows? But month 1, okay, guys, that's telling me it's going to go a while. Month 1, week 1, write the following on the generic note card, drop it off at each person's home. Be sure to disguise yourself in case they have a camera. Okay, it has person's name, so I'm going to make up a name. Dear John, or hold on, sounds like this is for a female, so I'm going to say Dear Jill, your beauty is like a rare gem that shines brighter than the stars. I have been watching you from afar, admiring your grace and smile. Please do not be afraid. My intentions are pure like bloody snow. Love, your secret admirer. Okay, first thing, bloody snow is not pure. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to just say it's not. But anyway, that's a little creepy note. Week 2, have a single rose delivered to each person's job. Pay cash, buy a half dozen roses, then either pay someone to deliver the rose or disguise yourself and deliver. Include the following note. Jill, your beauty is exquisite as a delicate rose petal, and your blood is just as red and will fall in droplets like water. Love, your secret admirer. Okay. And those are 5 notes, 5 different ones. Okay. Week 3. By now, your person will be startled and become more cautious. So you must continue to follow them so you can delight in their fear. Mail a generic greeting card that is blank on the inside and write, Elizabeth, I hope this card finds you thinking of me. I wanted to take a moment and let you know that I am never far away and I am always watching you. From your commute to work to outings with your friends, in parentheses it says customized for each person based on what they did while you were following, and when you're sleeping. Please do not be afraid, as my intentions are innocent, unlike you. I hope to help you regain your innocence soon. Love, your secret admirer. Okay, guys, I'm a little bit wigged out, but we're going to just keep going. Week 4. Set up 5 fake Uber Eats accounts. Purchase a prepaid Visa card, one for each person. Follow each person on a different day of the week, and when you follow them home at the end of their day, place the Uber Eats order of a nice Chianti and a pasta with red sauce. Stay out of sight and watch as the Uber Eats driver delivers the food. Okay, guys, this is creepy. Now, have a generic note card ready and pre-written. Jill, I hope you enjoyed your Chianti and pasta. Next time, I must join you and us share some fava beans for dessert. Love, your secret admirer. Okay, I see where you got that from, but wait until you see the lights go out. Leave the note card on their doorstep. Go home and rest. Go back in the morning before the person leaves for the day, and while out of sight, watch as they come out and find the note. Follow them to work if you're able. Their fear will be present for all to see. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Let's keep going. Now we're on week 5. Set up 5 fake Facebook and Instagram accounts. Use the same info per account per person. Okay, makes sense. Send a DM on Instagram one day and on Facebook another day. If they do not have both, send 2 messages on different day. Message on day 1. Jill, my heart is full knowing that you often think of me and can't get me off your mind. I too can't get you off my mind, and I wait patiently for the day we will be together and for you to never be without me again. Love, your secret admirer. Okay. Message on day 2. Jill, my patience is dwindling as I desire to touch you, smell you, and most of all, taste you. The time is coming soon. Love, your secret admirer. Guys, I'm tired reading this. I can't imagine doing this for 5 different people. Anyway, week 6. Wearing a pair of gloves. Clean the fake dead rat and box it up in red tissue paper. Spray the paper and box with a cheap perfume. Include the following note. Jill, I couldn't resist the opportunity to share my admiration with you. After all, the best moments in life are the ones filled with admiration and fear. Next time, I will be sure to include a real one. Love, your secret admirer. Take to the post office and mail it to their work address. Be sure to use a fake return address. Ship each box from a different post office and pay cash. A wig would be great as an extra precaution. Okay, I'm going to stop for a second and just say, Kelly, I'm wigged out. And if the power goes out, I'm glad HH is here and that we have a gun because I'm a little wigged out. But please stay safe. Week 8. It's time to turn up the game. Go purchase from 5 different stores 5 betta fish. You will take the betta fish home and remove them from their water bags and lay on a piece of plastic and allow them to die. What? Okay. Once the fish are dead, you will place them in 5 different gift bags, all different, and add the following note. Jill, my love and admiration continues to grow. I am never far away from you, but can't wait until I can smell your body. This gift will be a small sample of how you will smell after I finish at our first meet. Love your secret admirer. Leave gift in a gift bag on their doorstep during the night. Okay. What did the little beta fish do to you? That's just rude. Okay? I'm sorry. That's just rude. Anyway, week 9. Bake a dozen cupcakes with each having a small fake snake inside. Decorate all the cupcakes different, and this time you will mail it to their gym, their partner's house, a parent's house, somewhere different than normal. Be sure to pay attention. Person's name in big black bold print. Okay, that didn't make sense. Mail the cupcake with the following note. Cupcakes are sweet and yummy, but they have become even more delightful when there's a surprise inside waiting to slither out. Love your secret admirer. This person has a lot of time on their hands. Exactly. Jay, they have too much time and too much expendable money, I guess, but that's okay. Week 10. This will be a busy week. Okay, were the other weeks not busy? Anyway, I guess I shouldn't commentary on them, but dude or dudette, you will need to make sure you have the time. Really? Now you're telling them you're on week 10. Now you're telling them they need to have time. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, now I see. On Monday, deliver the following note in an envelope on each person's doorstep during the day while they are at work or away from the house. Be sure to disguise yourself. My desire for you is growing and my patience is ending. The time is coming for us to be together. Are you as excited as I am? Love, your secret admirer. On Wednesday, purchase 5 different types of love balloons on strings. Write the following note and attach to the balloon. Jill, our love and life together will be everything that you have feared it would be. Love, your secret admirer. Doesn't tell us how they're going to deliver them. I guess they got too tired to tell us. But anyway, Saturday/Sunday, purchase a cheap bottle of bubblies and leave on their, I think they mean bubbles, like champagne, and leave on their doorstep with the following note. Cheers to us. Only a few more days until we leave this world together. Love, your secret admirer. Okay, yeah, you upped the game a little bit. Week 11. On a different day this week, follow each person after they leave work. Follow them wherever they go. Take note of where they go, what they did, who they did it with, etc. Then, once they go in for the night, head home where you will set up a fake email account and mail them this letter. My dearly beloved, I enjoyed spending the evening with you tonight. Enter custom details. Okay. My dearly beloved, I enjoyed spending the evening with you tonight at dinner. Our time at ABC restaurant was magical. Watching you with your friends while you enjoyed drinks made me want you even more. As you walked by me to the restroom, or when they're leaving, I could feel my heart pounding and fingers twitch. Could you feel me near you? Could you hear my heartbeat? Could you smell my desire? Tick tock, tick tock. Soon we will be together and will share our desires and spill our blood and be bonded for eternity. Love, your secret admirer. Okay, guys, I need to take a drink because not only am I wigged out, I'm a little tired. This is a full-time job, and this is 5 different people. I'm going to just go out right now and say one. Let's just do one person if you're going to do this. Just one. Oh, week 12 through 15. You will do nothing but follow your people, note their activities, enjoy their fear, document how they look, how they've changed their routine, and anything that you can use in the future. Let me see how many weeks this goes. Okay, it looks like only a few more weeks because I'm tired. Week 16. Ooh, purchase 5 pairs of handcuffs from different places. Their guards have lowered since you took several weeks off. Good job. Mail each person a set of handcuffs with a note that says, Jill, did you miss me, my love? I am sorry I have not sent you any gifts lately. I was busy preparing our special place and I wanted it to be perfect. I hope you like your jewelry and are as excited as I am for you to wear it. Love, your secret admirer. Okay, handcuffs are not jewelry. I'm going to tell you, I like jewelry, not handcuffs. Send me some jewelry, not handcuffs. Oh, okay. I'm going to just throw up an extra alert. This next one is rough. I'm going to edit it a little bit. Okay? Week 17. You will need to find 5 kittens and take them home. Gently give each kitten 5 Tylenol and 3 sleeping pills. The kittens will gently fall asleep and never wake up. Seriously. Mix up red food coloring with clear syrup. Once it is blood red and thick, you will place each kitten into a separate bag and pour red syrup onto each kitten. You will then place the bag, close it, but not airtight, into a pretty gift box you purchased, and then place all 5 boxes with the kittens inside your garage or attic or somewhere really hot for several days so it can permeate. Okay. If you want to stalk people, that's fine. Leave the flippin' kittens out of it. They didn't do a damn thing to you. So, sorry guys, that's a little bit of a trigger for me. I will bring the 5 kittens home if they need a place to live. Okay. Week 18. Oh my God, that's a whole week that they're sitting there. Oh, okay guys, sorry, but I have to. Take the 5 boxes and place each one inside a shipping box, then wrap. Add the following note. It is time to celebrate our first pet together. Love it and be sure to snuggle it. Love, your secret admirer. You will follow each person until they go out to eat for drinks. Once they go into the restaurant or bar, in a disguise, you will take the pretty wrapped shipping box and ask the hostess to give it to the person. Tell them it is a surprise for your friend. Okay, wait a minute. Now you're going to go to a restaurant or a bar and have them open a box with a dead kitten inside? Okay. I'm going to keep going, guys. Week 19. Mail a letter to each person saying, My love, I sadly must go away for a couple of weeks as my dear mother needs to be put down so that we can start our life. Our special place is ready and waiting for me to return. I will be returning late at night as the drive is long, but do not worry, my love. I will slide into bed next to you as you sleep. When we awake in the morning, we will leave our special place. Be sure to have your jewelry and our beloved kitten ready for our new life. Until then, know that I'm always thinking of you and that I will be back soon. Love, your secret admirer. I'm going to just say, I hope this person is just a creative writer, wants to be John Grisham, or wants to be Stephen King. I'm hoping because you got problems. But anyway, go about your normal life for the next several weeks. Follow your people as you want, as time allows, making sure you blend in. Enjoy knowing their life will never be the same. Going forward, once or twice a year, mail them a reminder that you are still watching them and that you can't wait to start your new life with them. That's all. Okay. All of that. So this person just wants to scare the bejesus out of people. That's all they want. They just want to know that they are scaring the crap out of somebody. Now, I got a whole lot to unwrap. I'm sure you guys do too. I'm going to go back up to week 1 and just start there. First of all, the notes are really scary. I almost need to hit my thing and get HH to bring me another cocktail, but I still have some. But week 1, I don't see. My first thing is, I think doing this for 5 people is too much. I mean, that is just an insane amount. That's just an insane amount of time. I mean, even doing this for one person would take a lot of time, and it's creepy. Now, yes, you could do a lot of this in advance, write the notes, take them with you. But if you go back to the person's house after you've already left something, the chances of you getting caught going back to their house a second time, I would think would be pretty high. But, okay. Week 2, I'm going to say paying cash for roses is smart. But if you pay someone to deliver them, a delivery company, I would think, would want your name, information, unless you just ask somebody outside the building. I don't know. I guess you could disguise yourself as a delivery driver and make sure you use a different delivery thing. I don't know. But week 3 is just as creepy. The one thing I find that I think would make you get caught, if you're following this person, if I received just one note like this, I'd be doing this everywhere I went. If I went out to eat, I'd be looking at every person. And if somebody looked at me for too long, I would go and confront them. So, I don't know. And let's go into the Uber Eats accounts. I guess if you use a prepaid Visa card, I don't know is it possible to have 5 different Uber Eats accounts on one phone? I don't know. I'm going to have to say, I didn't even know Uber Eats. Is that Uber and they deliver food? I'm guessing. We have Favor here, so I'm guessing it's like Favor. I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know. And Chianti pasta. Okay. The fava beans, come on. Hannibal Lecter. Everybody's gonna just, that one doesn't necessarily wig me out. I see it as a person who's just trying to get some attention. And I don't know. Only thing I can say, would you eat or accept food that you didn't order? I mean, how do you know they're going to eat it? Because if I've had pizza just show up before during COVID, they delivered it to the wrong house. It was on the doorstep. I threw that pizza away because I didn't order it. And I called the pizza place and they're like, oh, well, we can't pick it up. I still didn't eat it because I didn't know if somebody put something in it. So I'm going to say out of 5 people, if you deliver them food, I'm going to say none of them are going to eat it. None of them. Now, the Chianti, if it's still sealed in a bottle, they couldn't have put anything in it, I would open it and drink it. But that's me. Now, the Facebook and Instagram accounts, that is easy. Not going to get caught. They didn't say they were using a VPN. Hopefully, they're using a VPN if they're going to do that, because if not, it could be traced back to you. You can find it from the IP address. So, now, the fake dead rat, why do you need to spray perfume on it? I didn't get that part. That was just an additional cost to me. Did you think because the box smelled good, they'd be like, oh, I'm going to open this gift from my secret admirer that has sent me creepy stuff for the last 5 weeks? I would have already called the cops. I would call the cops after every single one of these, and they would probably tell me to go get lost, but I would still do it. Now, week 7. Oh, I skipped week 7 because I didn't read this. I don't remember this. Week 7, purchase 5 different prepaid gift cards, set up 5 different Amazon accounts, go online and order each person a Magic Gathering torture card. Okay, somebody needs to Google that. I don't know what that is. Order it as a gift, and on the gift card write, Dear Jill, I'm excited for our future. Are you? Love, your secret admirer, shipped to their home. Okay, guys, I have to go see what this magic torture card is. Magic torture card. Oh my God, it is a thing. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Nope. So, yeah. Now, I would probably say, probably pretty easy to do with fake Amazon accounts. I'm going to bet Amazon can somehow track your IP address, but I don't know. Now, the next one, why are we killing fish? Why? Beta fish didn't hurt anybody. And why are you sending a dead fish? I'm going to say this person is a dead fish in bed. Good thing JT's not here because he would probably not be happy with me. But I'm going to say this person is a dead fish in bed, and that's why they want to send a dead fish. Just my 2 cents. Now, the cupcakes. I think the cupcakes. I've done that for Halloween. Not with the snake, but I did it with gummy worms, and I made it look like dirt on top. But I wouldn't eat the cupcake, and I wouldn't accept it. I mean, this is week 9. I'm going to tell you, I would be so on my guard. I wouldn't be doing this. Okay, I'm glad somebody liked my dead fish in bed, because I think this person's got some serious issues. Now, I do find it interesting that they finally decide week 10 is a busy week. I'm exhausted after week 3, so I don't know why you think now you're busy. I don't know. And one big thing, they didn't say how the balloons are going to be delivered and where they're going to be delivered. You've already delivered to their home, their job. You're not going to be getting in anywhere to deliver anything. If you tried to deliver it to their job, I would have already talked to somebody at the front desk and say, if anybody shows up with a gift for me, call the cops. Just call the cops. That's what I would do. Now, I will say the bottle of champagne, I'd throw the card away. I would probably, somebody did say they could stick a needle in the cork. Well, if it's a cheap bottle of champagne, or here in the States, sparkling wine, they're those hard plastic. So if it's the hard plastic cork, I'd probably drink it, because you can't get a needle in that. The needle would break. I mean, I'm saying you don't throw away good wine or even cheap wine, because you never know when you need it. Now, week 11, once again, you're following them. No way by week 11 you haven't gotten caught. I think this person also likes the idea of getting caught. And because of that, I think they would have gotten caught. Just gonna say, I think when you have a plan that takes this much work, this involved, you're gonna get caught because you just can't. Now, I'm gonna skip the whole kitten thing. You are a sick person to even think about killing sweet little kittens. Now, I will give them credit for being consistent with creepy notes. The notes scare me worse than everything else. I mean, I'll be honest, if they left me just a flower or anything, the notes would scare me off. So I will say I think this person would be successful in scaring the bejesus out of somebody. Now, when it escalates to insinuating y'all are going to die together, I think that goes beyond stalking. I don't know what the law says, so if somebody knows, I think that's an escalation in my opinion, because you're threatening violence. Almost like a terroristic threat, or I don't know what the right word is, but you're threatening harm. I don't know. So I'm going to give this person like maybe a 2.5. I am going to say good luck trying to slide into bed next to me. Even when I was single, I slept with a baseball bat and a shotgun. Try it, please. Try it. Come back. Because you're going to be dead if you try that. And then I'll be shipping your body somewhere. But I'm going to say too crazy. I also think, oh, I missed this. If you feel up to it, you can always pick 5 new victims next year. Okay, you just have way too much time on your hands. This person must have a trust fund and have a lot of money and no friends because they got no life. But I will give the person who wrote this credit because this is long, very detailed. I personally think the notes are the scariest part. And I would hope that law enforcement would do something about this. I don't know if they would. I would keep calling them. They would get so tired of me. Now, it said in the beginning that you would hope the five people who don't know each other. Now, if you live someplace like Austin, you could literally go to 4 or 5 different areas and maybe have different offices from the police department, precincts, handle this. But I can't imagine that they all 5 wouldn't go on a radar when you had 5 people calling who got the same notes and the same thing. I am going to just say, I hope law enforcement would be smart enough to put that together. I don't know. I'm disturbed by this one, mostly because they killed fish and kittens and not having it. Not having it. So, oh, okay. Was it a nice note or was it a creepy note? Because I have had someone leave me a note on my car that said secret admirer, but all it said was something like, I thought you looked fabulous in that suit. It showed off your legs. It was something like that. I didn't find it creepy. But if they would have left me a note like this first one, let me go back to this first note and see what it said, because the bloody snow. Yeah, your beauty is like a rare gem that shines brighter than the stars. I've been watching you from afar, admiring your grace and smile. Please do not be afraid. My intentions are pure like bloody snow. Okay. First of all, you tell me not to be afraid. I'm going to be afraid. You tell me your intentions are pure like bloody snow. That is not pure. Snow is only pure when it falls from the sky and there's nothing on it. My 2 cents. Okay, everybody, let's take a drink and let's go to number 3. Well, guys, my Sour Patch watermelon on my stick, I guess the alcohol made them stick to the stick and I can't get them off, so I can't eat them. And I'm a little upset, but I'm going to set those down. I am going to say I miss having my sidekick here, or I guess I'm his sidekick, but I miss having him here. Plan 3, bird napping. This one is short and lighthearted, and I think we need it because I am a little creeped out about the last one. All I'm going to say to any of you watching this or who see this, please do not think it would be funny to send me any notes like this. Do not send them to our P.O. box. Just don't. Don't send me any emails. Don't send me any messages. I don't think it's funny. Aw, okay, y'all can be my sidekicks. I guess I can't call y'all Cork Killers anymore because you're right. Most wines now have screw tops, so I'm going to have to come up with something new. Let's get to bird napping. Okay, I hope they don't kill this bird. It says bird napping lighthearted, so I'm going to assume no. I see a beautiful bird in the local pet store, and I need the bird, but I do not have any money. I know that the owner cleans the back room every night before locking the doors. I sneak into the shop and hide so that when the owner comes to see who came in, that he doesn't see anyone. When he returns to the back of the store, I slide over to the bird cage and slowly open the cage and pull out the bird, placing him in my Prada purse. Oh, really? Why are we putting the bird in the Prada? Don't put the bird in the Prada. I then sneak back to the door and run out. I take the bird home, set him up in his new cage in my apartment, and we live happily ever after. Okay, that was short and sweet. And they didn't hurt the bird. I'm going to just say that's stealing. That's not bird napping. You stole the bird. That poor owner probably could use the money. Go back and pay for the bird. Ask if they have layaway or something. Hopefully they didn't hurt the bird, but I'm just thinking you wouldn't put a bird in a Prada purse. Maybe a backpack, but not a Prada purse. I don't know about you guys. I'm going to give this person a 4 because they obviously love the bird, but maybe a 3 because if you own a Prada purse, why can't you afford to buy the bird? Now, I've never bought a bird. H did buy me parakeets one time. They were named Mr. Big and Carrie, but I don't know how much they cost. So I don't know, but I'm going to say they were trying to do a good thing, but maybe go sell your Prada purse and buy the bird. That's my thought on it. So that is it for our perfect crimes this week because number 2 was long and I am exhausted after number 2. And I'm going to be honest, I'm probably not going to sleep very well tonight thinking about those cards. So, ooh, you know what? I just had an idea. H doesn't know what the stories are. I wonder what he would think if I mailed him cards with those notes, but without all of the creepy gifts. I wonder if he would find that scary or if he would think that one of our listeners went a little crazy. I wonder if that'd be a good practical joke. I wish JT was here to ask. So, JT, I'm going to pretend you're here. Do you think HH would find it funny or would he find it creepy? Okay, JT's telling me HH would know it was me. He would know it was me. So, well, I hope you enjoyed The Perfect Crime. Oh, I would. You think it would give him a heart attack? He's a tough guy. I don't think he'd have a heart attack. I think HH, he does all of the audio editing for the podcast. So he does. He does not edit our live streams, only our podcast recordings. So I could do it and him not know unless he watches it and I just don't know. I guess I'll have to try it and find out. I'll send him one card maybe and see what he says. And we'll see what happens and I'll let you guys know. So now let's get ready because this is a double feature. I will be honest, I'm a little sad that JT is not able to join us for the first episode of our special investigation series, but that's okay. He will be here next time. Guys, I'm just going to say that little intro makes me very emotional. Want to be very transparent up front and tell you tonight's episode is going to be the first of many. I do have more information on this case that I will not be sharing tonight. One of the reasons I have 2 interviews tomorrow with individuals, and since this is going to be an ongoing series, I am going to break it down and share it in each episode that we do the new information. So just wanted to put that out there. If you ask questions and I don't, give you answers, it's because I don't want to give too much information, or I'm still fact checking because I've already run into misinformation that I've been given. And I wouldn't necessarily say misinformation, different people's opinions of things, which is not a bad thing because it's different strings for us to pull on. I will let you guys know in this investigation series, I have already done some face-to-face interviews, done phone calls. I went a couple of weeks ago, went and knocked on doors and left cards for some potential people involved in this. I am also going to be meeting parents face to face. I've had calls with them, video calls, conversations. This will be an ongoing case. JT and I, this is not something that's going to be one or two. It could be that we wind up doing 2 or 3 episodes a month because a lot of information comes in. Or it could be where there's one a month because not as much is happening. However, the plan is that we will continue investigating as long as we get information. We have already had someone reach out to the tip line with the tip. We've also had somebody reach out just giving us information about Chase. We have also had some people who've reached out on different social media channels. So I tell you all of that. Keep sharing anything you see about this case. The more we can stir the pot, the more we can get people to pay attention. I will say that the Harris County Sheriff's Office has not touched this case in 4 years. I'm not happy about it. I know they're understaffed, probably got a lot going on, but that's just not okay in my book. And I am hoping by us doing this special investigation, we can get people talking, clues can come in. We will share information with the police if it looks, to be credible. Have talked to the private investigator. He's involved, have his report. So this will be our deepest dive that we've ever done. And I will let you know that some people are going to have opinions. I upfront want to say, I do not care if you make mistakes in your life. If you're a good person in your heart, we all make bad decisions. Making bad decisions and poor choices does not mean we shouldn't look for you. So let's get started. Finding Chase Lackey and uncovering the truth. Today, we are going to embark on a journey into the mysterious disappearance of Chase Allen Lackey, who vanished from the North Shore area of Houston, Texas. This area holds a special place in my heart, as it is where I grew up and attended school and lived my entire life till I grew up. Normally, we steer clear of missing person cases. JT and I both prefer to have closure in our cases. However, this case was brought to our attention by one of our listeners, and I must admit, our initial lack of interest changed. Now, it was me that convinced JT, and I'm going to say perhaps it was a connection to my hometown, or the fact that Chase graduated from the high school where my high school sweetheart went. Or maybe it was a disappearance of his faithful companion, Champ, who was a Maltipoo, who went missing at the same time as Chase. Now, I suspect it's the resemblance between Champ and my little Maltese Josie that drew me in. But regardless of the reason, JT and I are committed to unraveling this mystery, and there will be no turning back. We have multiple people besides JT and I working on this and investigating this. I'm spearheading it, doing a lot of the interviews, but it is really a combined effect. So join us as we dive deeper into the case of Chase Allen Lackey. For this is a journey we are going to see through to the end. So let's begin. Chase Allen Lackey came into this world on November 22nd, 1991 in Houston, Texas. He was born to loving parents, Craig and Debbie Lackey. Now, his journey through life took him from the hallowed halls of Crosby High School, where he was a proud and a successful member of the varsity baseball team, to the challenging world of ironworking, a profession he pursued until January 2017. Little did Chase know that the loss of his job would set in motion a series of events that would baffle his family and friends for 6 years. Guys, I might get emotional. I will try to keep the tears in check. On the sunny afternoon of June 30th, 2017, Chase's father, Craig, attended his softball game in Crosby. All appeared normal. Chase was in high spirits. There were no signs that this would be the last time that Craig would lay eyes on his son. However, the tranquility was soon shattered. On Sunday, July 2nd, Debbie, Chase's mom, attempted to reach her son via calls and text messages, only to find his phone consistently going to voicemail. This wasn't normal. Chase was very close with his family, talked with his mom, his sisters, his brothers, his dad. So, growing frantic, she reached out to one of her daughters who had also not heard from Chase. Sorry, until the cocktails are kicking in. Or my mouth is dry. Panic set in as the family began making frantic calls to one another, each asking the same question: have you heard from Trace? There I went again. Have you heard from Chase? The answer remained an agonizing no. On July 4th, 2017, Chase's sister and a group of concerned friends decided to visit his apartment. The front door was locked, but they managed to gain entry through the patio door with the screwdriver. Gonna say, guys, patio doors, sliding glass doors in apartments, you need to put a metal rod or broomstick down into the bottom so someone can't pry it open. In this case, I'm glad they were able to get in. To their shock, Chase and his beloved dog Champ were not there. The family initiated a desperate search, contacting all of the friends that they knew of and that they had contact information for, only discover that he had texted one of his softball friends on Saturday, July 1st. And a neighbor confirmed seeing him on Sunday, July 2nd, assisting another neighbor loading up a U-Haul trailer. Despite their relentless efforts, phone calls to hospitals, jails, they called animal shelters to see if anyone had found Champ. No information about Chase or Champ were found. Chase lived alone in his apartment. By July 5th, Chase's parents were left with no choice but to report him missing to the Harris County Sheriff's Office. Law enforcement officers checked with local medical examiner, but there was no unidentified body matching Chase's description. Now, inside Chase's apartment, his sister found an environment that was typical of her brother, I'm going to say, of all males, except for HH. His apartment was messy, but it wasn't dirty and filthy. It was a organized chaos. However, what startled her were the small amounts of marijuana and other drug-related items. The family, in cooperation with the sheriff's office, allowed access to the apartment, where they discovered a money counter, empty shipping containers, and other indicators suggesting Chase's involvement with drugs. However, they do not know to what extent. As the investigation unfolded and initial interviews were conducted, police discovered that Chase had lost his job late January, early February of that year. His parents had been unaware of this until his disappearance. They thought he was still working. They did know he was possibly going to move to California to go to work, but they thought it was still in the iron business. It was further revealed that Chase had a friend connected to the drug trade in California who claimed Chase was working on a marijuana farm to sustain himself financially while trying to find another job. However, there has been no concrete proof of Chase's involvement in such activities and that he worked on the marijuana farm. Only records of multiple trips between Texas and California in the months leading up to his disappearance, plus what was found in the home. A few friends had heard Chase mention that he was in some sort of trouble and was contemplating a move to California, though the details remain elusive. He didn't give a lot of information. Kind of just a comment, hey, I'm in some trouble. It's not good. I think I need to get out of town. Now, inside Chase's apartment, there were 2 cell phones. SIM cards were removed from both cell phones, his driver's license, passport, and other personal items. And oddly enough, his truck remained parked in the garage, and there was no sign of preparation for him leaving. There was no obvious signs of a struggle. The place had not been ransacked. Now, Chase resided in the Stone Park Apartments in the North Shore area. Neighbors claimed to have seen him on Sunday, July 2nd, while another individual reported spotting him on Saturday, July 1st, running down the road from his apartment. These two sightings marked the final moments anyone could account for Chase's presence. Now, this is a good time for me to tell you. The tip that came in about him being seen running down the road didn't come in for about 5 months. So the last known is Sunday, July 2nd, when someone saw him in the apartment parking lot helping someone. Now, police did talk to those individuals. They say, yeah, it was either Saturday or Sunday. Didn't confirm. I am working to also interview those neighbors to hopefully get a little bit more information. Now, today, Chase Allen remains missing. His last known whereabouts traced to the weekend of July 4th, 2017. Now, multiple scenarios loom over this, okay? One, he vanished deliberately seeking refuge in anonymity. 2, he was abducted by a stranger. 3, he fell victim to the dangerous world of illicit drugs. Now, no matter which one of those things it is, Chase's family deserves answers, closures, and the truth. And one of the big problems I have in Harris County, don't come at me, but if you want to, hey, start investigating this case. I'll be more than happy to talk to you. I fear, because they suspect he was possibly involved in the drug trade because he needed money, that maybe they're not looking as hard. This is a young man who lived his entire life being a good kid. Okay? So for 6 months, 5 or 6 months, he made some bad decisions. And if he had friends he went to high school with that were in the drug trade. Now, in California, you can't call it the drug trade. It is legal to have marijuana farms. It is legal to sell marijuana in the environment and if you follow the law in California. Based on the fact that there was items in the house, I suspect that he was bringing stuff from California, or he worked on the farms there, brought it here. Like I said, I will give y'all a lot more information as we go on. But the frustrating thing for me is knowing that they didn't look that hard. They, just like we see happen with people who are in the sex trade industry. Oh, they were just a sex worker. They don't matter. Oh, he was just involved in the drug world. He deserves what happened to him. Well, no, he didn't. He got into a situation that he needed a job. Iron business, you make really good money. He had just bought a new truck that he loved. It was close to his family. He was ashamed of what he was doing because they didn't know. And I'm a mother of 2 kids that are around the same age that Chase is today. And I can tell you, if they were doing that, they would not tell me because they know my opinions on it. However, that does not mean you don't go look for them. Now, I can tell you that there are a couple of people that they and I suspect are either involved or know what happened to him. And we will cover more of that in our next episode. And my fear is that police aren't going to look because he was dealing with people that weren't great. But on the other hand, These are people he went to high school with. These are people he grew up with. And they know something. And somebody needs to come forward and tell us. That's why we set up this anonymous tip line. You can block your number, call that tip line. It will show blocked call. We can't get that number. It is set up that way for a reason. You can text that number. I will tell you, I don't know how to block your number to text. So if you text it, we are going to see your number. So text from somewhere else or a burner phone, or you can email us from a fake email. Somebody knows something. And Chase's parents are heartbroken. Now, Chase's parents are no longer married. They were already divorced when this happened. This has brought, mom and dad back together. Both mom and dad are remarried. Their new spouses are involved. Chase has 2 older sisters, a younger brother, and a younger sister. I will ask anyone that sees this, go to Facebook, join the group, Finding Chase Lackey. It is run by Chase's family. Be respectful. Anyone says anything derogatory because he made bad decisions, I'm going to tell you just to stay off there, because I can tell you I am 50. How old am I now? I'm 53. I've made bad decisions in my life. I, have 2 ex-husbands, and bad decisions are made, especially when you're young. And Chase, I think, did what I could see one of my sons doing. I lost my job. I have a new truck. I live on my own. I have bills to pay. I'm not going to call my mom and dad and ask for money. I'm going to take care of this on my own. I've got this friend who can help me out. And it's legal in California to go work on these farms, to sell in the dispensaries. I can go do that. I don't think he probably realized what kind of Pandora box that could open. I will be honest, I've done drugs in my life when I was much, much younger, in my 20s. And I think back to a time that I was on Westheimer in Houston, and I bought ecstasy from a drug dealer that I didn't know. Now, if I would have gone missing that night, would they have looked for me? I was doing something I shouldn't have been. Would they? Because I made a bad decision, Now, the other thing, Chase is a good-looking young guy, comes from a good family. I think if he was a white, good-looking blonde female, it would be a whole different case. Why? Chase was fit. He could take care of himself, or so we think. Somebody tries to pull him into a car, he could take care of himself. A female, you can't. Here's the thing. Chase and Champ went missing together. So just follow me on this. If he's out walking this little 8-9 pound Maltipoo on a leash in an apartment, around the apartment, there's a dog park behind his apartment, which I visited a couple weeks ago. For it to be a stranger pulls up, tries to pull you in. Chase, I can't imagine, would have drug his Champ into the car with him. If it was me and somebody was abducting me, I would have, in fear, dropped the leash, and my dog would have been found somewhere. Flyers were put up all around the apartments, all in the area. The dog groomer was looking for Champ. Champ was like Chase's child. Champ hasn't been found. A cute story. Chase had gotten Champ from a breeder. Chase's dad was visiting all these shelters, breeders, all these places looking for Champ. Champ was not microchipped. Chase's dad, Craig, did not have any dogs. After looking for Champ, Craig now has, I believe it was 3 dogs. I don't have my notes in front of me. 3 dogs that are siblings from the same place that Champ came from. I find that kind of a very sweet thing because now Chase's younger siblings and his dad and his stepmom have these dogs to remind them of Champ and of Chase. So I think that is very, very sweet. I first, when looking into this, thought he had to have known the person because think about it. A friend pulls up somebody you know and you're out walking your dog and they say, hey, let me drive you back to your house and let's go hang out for a while. You pick up Champ and you get in the friend's car. And then you're never seen again. All of his stuff was in his apartment. Now, his front door was locked, but his driver's license, everything was there. His truck, Champ's travel carrier was there. So I can't help but feel deep in my heart that he knew the person. Now, as we continue this investigation, I may find out that I am totally 100% wrong. And that's okay. The main thing is Chase and his family deserve to know what happened to him. If he is still alive somewhere, they want to know. He got himself in a bad situation. Chase's dad, Craig, said, you know what? I would love the opportunity to kick his ass for getting involved in drugs. Would love to kick his ass and give him a hug at the same time. Which, I'm a parent. Yeah, I'm mad at you, but I love you. If he is no longer alive, they would like to find his remains and bury him and have the peace and a place to go for Chase. They also want justice because if he was abducted, if he was killed, whoever did it deserves to be held accountable. And if the police are not getting involved because they think that it's connected, maybe this person in California is connected to a drug cartel, or maybe he decided he needed to make more money and tried to start selling it on his own. We don't know yet. Whatever the case is, if the police are not searching because they don't want to get involved with the cartel, everybody is scared of the cartel. What I say to them is not asking you to take on the cartel. I am asking you to help give this family closure. Bring him or his body home. Then we can look at getting justice for him. They need to know, and the community needs to know. I need to know because ever since I've talked to Chase's parents, it's been a month and a half now. It was back before my birthday in July that we started on this, and I've done a lot. I feel very connected to Chase in a way. My brother played baseball and played softball for years. And there's a lot of those connections. It's the same area where I grew up. Baseball and football are huge in Texas. Football, yes, but in North Shore, baseball is pretty big too. So whatever happened to him, they deserve to know. And I would like to tell anyone that grew up with Chase and who went to Crosby High School, anyone that worked with him in the iron business, anyone that worked with him on the marijuana farm in California, not going to judge you. It's legal in California. You know, he wasn't doing anything illegal there. The stuff in his apartment leads us to believe there was some illegal activities he was involved in. I don't care. Not going to judge you. Want to know where he is, what happened to him. You can tell us. We will share the information with the police. Like I said, you can reach out to us anonymously. I also would love to hear any theories that people have. I think in some ways, maybe I'm getting a little too close, and I'm so focused on the fact he was a good kid. Growing up, his mom was telling me how he made friends. He was the person that liked to make everybody laugh. His mom said she could call him and say, "Hey, when you get a free minute, I need this." And he would go, "Oh, Mom, let me come right now." He would drop everything. He did things for his friends, for, his nephews. I mean, just all around. He even helped coach a little kid's baseball team. This isn't some big drug dirty cartel guy. This is an all-American young man who made some bad decisions, and those bad decisions maybe got him in this situation. Now, Chase was single at the time. He went missing. He didn't have a steady girlfriend. I'm going to guess, based on his looks, he had no problem with the ladies. I am talking with a couple of his ex-girlfriends, and I'm excited to hear their thoughts on him. One of them has shared some text messages with me that he sent them, and I'm going to tell you, his parents raised him right. He was a gentleman. He was respectful in these texts. I mean, he was sweet, just an all-around good kid, and does have some tattoos that are very special to him. He had this dog that he loved like a kid. He took this dog, Champ went everywhere with him that he could take it. So as we go into this investigation, I am excited to learn more and to hopefully uncover little small breadcrumbs that we can follow. I have reached out and left messages for the friend that apparently, the rumor is helped get him the job in California. I'm hoping he will reach out to me. I will tell you that Chase was envious of the fact that his friend didn't have to work as hard as he did and made more money, which I think to everybody, I can see that. I remember when I was a single mom with 2 boys, not getting child support, I had a friend who was single. Of course, she didn't have kids, and she made all this money. And I'm like, and you work 30 hours a week. I'm working 2 jobs. I can totally see how you're kind of envious in that. We're all humans. We want to do better. And it's natural to say, oh, I wish I could have that lifestyle. Doesn't mean you're not happy with your life. Envious, a little bit jealousy, those kind of things. They happen. We're human. But it doesn't mean anyone had the right to make him go missing or to potentially kill him. And I will tell you, one of his parents thinks that he's living off the grid. One parent thinks he's been killed. Now, I can see both of those possibilities. On the living off the grid, I think even myself, I say, oh, I could do that. Well, when I started looking at this case, I started writing down what I would need to do with my current life if I wanted to one day just disappear. What would I need to do? Let me tell you, that list was longer than that stalking case we just went over, that perfect plan. I made 3 pages on a tablet. And then I went back a couple of days later and looked, and I realized, yep, that wouldn't have worked. Yes, this wouldn't have worked. It sounds easy if you have no money, no identification, no transportation, and you've maybe gone camping a couple of times in your life. The possibility of you being able to live off the grid for 6 years, guys, 6 years, is very, very hard to do. I like to be hopeful and hope that he is. I would like to think that Chase is somewhere on the beach in the Bahamas. Don't know how he got there without identification. He's a good looking guy. Maybe he talked in some, sweet person into helping him. I don't know. I would like to, think that is, where he is. But on the other hand, after talking with his mom and knowing how close he was to his mom, his dad, and his siblings, I can't see it. I can't see it. But then on the other hand, I think, like his mom said, if he was truly walking down the road with Champ in the area that he was seen, there is a way you could get away and a car couldn't follow you. They did do a search in that area back then. If we get some credible tips, absolutely, we will try to set up a search. Am talking with the family about potentially having some type of vigil on Chase's birthday to bring awareness to his disappearance, and also to bring everybody together and let family, friends, and the community show their love for the family. Because having a child go missing, I can't imagine. And it breaks my heart to think I have a son that's same age, and if he went missing when he was 25 and I had to go to bed every night not knowing where he is, I don't know I would make it. I don't know how his family is staying strong. They're keeping the faith. They try to stay positive, and they're doing whatever they can. So this investigation special, the goal and my hopes is that we find Chase and Champ. And we need to find them as a package deal. Now, if we find just Champ, we know Chase's family will take care of him. If we find just Chase, that breaks my heart because then Champ's gone. We want to find them, want to find out what happened. And somebody knows. And I want you to stop and think about this. If your child or your sister or your brother was missing, wouldn't you want the person who knows to come forward? As we talk about in The Perfect Crime, if you tell somebody, it gets out. Somebody knows. There are indications that at least 2 people know. And those 2 need to come forward. Maybe you don't. Maybe it's speculation. You're not returning phone calls. You're not responding to social media requests. One of the individuals, after talking with the police, This person was a very close friend of Chase's, removed all traces of Chase on his social media. That's a red flag for me. Red flag for me. I have what we call one of my adopted kids that was one of my son's really good friends in Vegas. And I can tell you, David died in a motorcycle crash really young. Every photo of him with us is still on my Facebook page. I still repost the memories that we had together. We even had his cat because his mother had committed suicide. He lived with us for a while. You don't remove people from your social media unless you have something to hide, in my opinion. If you were friends and the person goes missing, why would you remove their photos, your friendship connection? Why would you do that? Why? Because you found out he was, doing drugs. I will say this one individual I'm speaking of, I know he didn't do it because of drugs, because there is cold hard proof that he is involved in drugs. He's been arrested for drugs, told police, didn't do drugs, not involved in the drug trade, and even made comments that Chase was dealing with bad people. Well, sir, I'm here to tell you, considering the amount of drugs that you were busted with, you're one of those bad people, and you were Chase's friend. So I promised I wouldn't say his name and call him out, because not fair, because I don't have any fact. I'm going to say reach out to me. I've sent you a lot of messages. Call me. Send me a message. But they deserve to know. Now, I do see someone just posted potentially suicide. That is possible, but what happened to Champ? I cannot see Chase hurting that dog. If he was in a bad mental state, a bad frame of mind, and he wanted to end his life, I can't see him taking Champ's life. Not how much he loved that dog. He even said it was his kid. That's what makes me not think he, took his own life, because Champ would have been found somewhere. Like I said, I could be wrong. I guess we will find out more. The one thing I do want to ask everybody, please share our social media posts. We have set up a GoFundMe account, and we will be posting that in the near future. The goal of the GoFundMe is to increase the reward money. It's at $10,000. If the people who know have any connection to the drug trade, $10,000 is not going to be enough to get them to come forward. So we're hoping by setting up a GoFundMe, we can raise enough money to entice someone to come forward. And they can do it anonymously. And if they do it anonymously, they can get the reward money. There is a way that it can be done, and we are open to that. Also, potentially use the money for billboards and searches if a very credible tip comes in. Primarily, though, it is to increase the reward money. Because talking to a couple of retired police officers lately, they're like, $10,000, even if they're a small-time drug dealer, that's not enough for them. They are going to need $100,000, $200,000 so they can go move to the Bahamas or somewhere else. So, Shireen, you said, I don't see how Chase was a threat to them, though, unless it was someone who didn't like competition. I won't give a lot of details because it'll be in the next episode. There, as I mentioned, some indications that Chase told people he was in trouble. First thought, if you're working with someone in the drug trade and you're working with them, for them, however that goes, if you decide to do it on your own and sell outside of that, that's a no-no. That's being disloyal. And maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's what caused him to get in trouble. Absolutely. The dog is the confusing thing. And I'll be honest, I think that is what keeps bringing me back is Chase loved this dog. He wouldn't take his own life, end his own life, and leave Champ, you know? And for a stranger abduction, I can't imagine somebody grabbing Chase to pull in the truck and Chase dragging this little fur ball on a leash where it could get hurt and be strangled. I just can't see it. Could be wrong. I don't know. I think he knew the person, and I think, you know, that's what I think. But we will see. And like I said, this is just our first of many episodes. I do have 2 interviews tomorrow that I'm very excited about. I am actually meeting up with one of the family members tomorrow. I'm going to Houston for that and to pick up my granddaughter. And this investigation is going to continue. So if anyone has any ideas or suggestions of things that JT, I, and the investigators should be looking into, you can email me, email JT, send it to us on social media, wherever. If you want to do it anonymously, feel free to call the tip line and say, hey, have you thought of looking into this? I know somebody. I mean, I've been watching Narco on Netflix, watching different things to try to say, okay, if somebody's in that lifestyle, what potentially, you know, could I look at? Do have bank statements that his family has shared. His family has been amazing. I feel, I don't know, I feel very, I don't know if the word is close, but I just feel very invested in them. And they have given me everything that I've asked for. They are very open. They don't have blinders on because, you know, a lot of times as parents with our kids, we say, oh, my child would never do that. Well, I can tell you I learned the hard way with my youngest son. Don't ever say those words because guess what? We're all human. We all make mistakes. And I love the fact that they're like, we would never have stopped loving him for making those decisions. And if he's in a bad situation, they will do whatever they can to get him out. So Chase, if you're out there somewhere living off the grid because you're scared to come home, call the tip line. Maybe we need to raise money or work with you to work with the police to get this cleared up, or whoever's after you. Call us. Or if you know what happened, or if you just have a suspicion of what happened, tell us, because somebody knows something. And like we said many times before, if somebody knows something, you know they didn't keep their mouth shut. They told somebody else who told somebody. And that is what we need. We need those stories to be told to us. So I want to thank you all for being here. and letting me do this by myself. I will tell you, I miss JT. And there is a surprise in store for Mr. JT as a little payback to his little flub today. I've already let him know that it's coming in our next perfect crime. There just might have to be a plan of a podcast host who kills her co-host for getting a schedule mixed up. So, hope y'all are prepared for that. Please, once again, share all of the stuff that we see on social media. Invite people to come to our recordings, go watch the videos. Us getting the word out there is going to be how this case gets closed and how we get answer for Chase and his family. So I want to once again thank you all for being here, and I look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks.